So I've been at work all day and I've just thrown myself around Asda and picked up all the homeware bits that I really liked for another video. If you want to see those pieces that I've picked up in action or see where I've put them in the house, etc. For a video that I filmed for the Mum's Eye View channel, which is Asda's channel, on kind of like a cozy night in, because it is getting pretty cold out there. I will leave that link below for you to check that out. But today's video is going to be a haul. I asked on Twitter whether or not you guys would want to see a haul of the stuff that I bought for that video, and it was a resounding yes. So I'm just going to dig in, there's so much stuff. First of all, I picked up this because I have been looking for this for I feel like a year. This is not new, but I've never actually seen it in my store. They had tons of stock, so I'm hoping that means they brought it back this season, but I absolutely love it. You may remember I have something very similar from, God, I can't remember where I ended up getting it from, but it was like a cheaper, smaller version, which was nice, but it wasn't quite what I was looking for. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think it was £20. Yes, it was. And it's just beautiful. And I can't believe that you can actually get this from a supermarket. So I finally found this, which was pretty exciting. And I was on a bit of a rose gold kick, because then when I saw these, now I was actually going to get some of these, and still might, he's gone out. I was going to get some of these for Lee's birthday, because when we were in New York in January, the hotel that we went to, it was kind of their signature cocktail, and they had the Moscow Mule glasses, or I don't know what you would call them, cups, mugs, because they're made of metal. They had them engraved with the logo of the hotel, and he was drinking them throughout the trip. So I kind of thought it might be a nice thing to get him a nice set. These were £8. I'm going to open them up and show you. I love them. As far as I'm aware, you can eat, or drink rather, you can drink things hot and cold out of them. So in theory, I could have my tea in it, but it's mainly for a specific cocktail called the Moscow Mule. But you can make multiple different cocktails in them, and in theory, I'm thinking they will be colder because it's metal, and hotter because it's metal. I don't know, but they were pretty, so I'm thinking we're going to use those a lot for multiple different things. I picked up 2 pumpkins. Here's one of them. The other one looks similar. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Similar, but different. Also, I've got a real rickety tripod situation going on right now, which is why it's all like shaky. I've got 2 boxes, oh no, 3 boxes stacked on top of each other, and a miniature tripod and a tiny little camera. So, you know how professional it is over here. I really liked this one. This looked like a really funky pumpkin. I'm quite looking forward to carving a face in this little guy. Although I also quite like the idea of the painted pumpkins. So maybe I will try that this year. I always leave it too late for that kind of thing. Maybe spray paint. Gosh, these are really heavy. So I think they were £1 each, pumpkins. And they only had large ones. They say large. I don't know if you can get small, but I would quite like a small one as well. I think that little 3 would be nice. I think we had 1 each last year, but I can't remember. Something that I kept picking up and putting back down again, have you seen the colour of this, was this. And the reason that I wasn't 100% sure about it was because they didn't have any matching pillows. Now they had a furry matching pillow, but I didn't want that, I wanted velvet. This is absolutely beautiful. I love this colour so much, kind of like a jewel teal. Just realised some cushions over there I'll have to get in a second. Kind of like a really beautiful autumnally wintry jewel tone. But this teal colour I love, and it is a bed throw, but I use their bed throws, these exact ones, as blankets in the winter. At the moment we've got one that I fold up underneath the TV unit and I bring it out and Manny sits on it. And this will replace that one. I want to say for the winter, and it will, because I mean it's partly a blanket and it's partly a blanket that Manny kind of sits on, so we do have one year round. But I loved this colour for a bit of a change, because we don't do a lot of colour in our living room. It's like grey and cream and all whites and things like that. So they did have this, which is a beautiful colour as well, but this is very much a green. This is not the same kind of bluey green as the other one. This is more like an emerald. So it kind of bothered me because it was next to it, and I don't know if it was just because they couldn't quite get the right colour and this was the closest they could get, or if they really thought it matched. I don't know, bothered me. But in the end I picked this up anyway because it was the closest that I could get. I got a couple of lanterns, which I've always kind of admired from a distance. Every time I see it, I think this is really nice. Can you tell my voice is still not quite right? I did 3 hours of karaoke with Lex last weekend, and it's like this. It's so croaky still. It's hilarious. My voice was not made for singing at terrible pitch, and very shouty. This actually is a lot easier to use than I thought. I was trying different candles in it, and I was trying to fit them through the top, and now I realise it had a door. So I got some little mini ones, thinking they'd fit through the top, but I probably could get a bigger candle in there. I don't know. But I thought that would be quite cute. I love that. Either on bedside table, because I got 2 just in case, or kind of either side at the mantelpiece. I thought that was quite sweet. I think it was £12, did I say? Also, I don't think I mentioned that the throw was £30, which is kind of pricey. But given that it is a bed throw and it kind of fits, it doesn't fit the entire of the bed, maybe like half of a double bed. But it fits nicely, so it's not really a blanket. Then I got 2 candles. I can't believe the Christmas candles are already in. They did have some proper Christmas ones, and I tried to avoid those just for now, but I couldn't resist this. Candy cane forest. I am obsessed with minty, like peppermint candles. Love them so much, and hardly any are available. And the ones that are quite expensive, or they're not particularly strong. They don't really taste, I don't know what they taste like. They don't really smell like what I want them to smell like. So this is amazing. This smells completely awesome. Just exactly like peppermint candy canes. So I couldn't resist that. And a little bit like vanilla as well, like a tiny bit. I couldn't resist that. I love it so much. And it is grey, so it doesn't look super Christmassy. If I like take the labels off, it won't look too Christmassy. This one is just kind of autumnal. I know that this spiced orange thing is a Christmas thing, but I can get away with it, right? Spiced orange and clove. And again, there's something about Christmassy kind of spiced candles that reminds me, I think it's like the ginger in some of them. It reminds me kind of like cola bottles. The whole of the, is it Origins, I think, did a ginger range. And I used to work next to an Origins counter years and years ago. And they would go on and on about this thing. And all I could smell was cola bottles. And this is a very, very similar thing to me, even though it doesn't say ginger. Orange and clove, okay. The other thing that I got, well, I do actually have one of the mini baskets that I purchased. This was £5. I'm trying to get myself in order in this room I'm sitting in right now. This is potentially where I'm going to film some of my videos in the future, because it's the easiest place that I can come and sit. This is not pretty, I know. I might get like some kind of screen. I don't know, I probably won't. But it's the easiest place because I've got a big table in front of me, the most light in this room, although I am using an artificial light for once. For this particular video, and I'm trying to set myself up. I feel like I say this like at least 4 times a year. I never actually do it, but I'm trying to get it to a point where I've got lots of baskets to throw things in, because I end up with just makeup all over the house and not enough time / inclination to tidy it all up. So I got 4 more of these. Can't have enough baskets. And I'm hoping these will fit on the shelving units over there. And then this, I'm a big fan of the N-Spa range. This is the pomegranate and wild rose body oil. I was gonna get the, I think it was like a bubble bath or something like that. And then I thought, but there, can't speak. Very, very late for me to be making a video. Body oil would probably work also as a bath oil. I don't know what you think, but I'm thinking it will. Plus, I do frequently, because I've still got a really bad back. Hence, I've got like a heat patch on right now. Kind of looks a little bit like I stuck a panty liner onto my back. The shape of the one I'm using right now very much looks like that. So when I like whipped it out at work, started peeling the plastic off, I got some funny looks. That's not quite what it was. But because I've still got really bad back, I do frequently request back rubs. And so it's always good to buy a new body oil, and I really liked the scent of that. Beautiful. Is that it? I think that might be it. Oh my goodness, we've actually come to an end of the homeware. Oh no, it's not. No, spoke too soon. String lights. With the whole cozy theme of the other video in mind, I thought these would be quite cute. And I don't like a lot of string lights. A lot of them are a little bit, I don't want to say cheap, but kind of cutesy, a little bit young is probably the word. Whereas these are like bulbs. I really, really like these. I don't know whether or not they'll end up in the living room or in one of the kids' rooms. I like the idea of string lights, but I never feel very grown up having them in my living room. So these were the most grown up looking ones that I could find. I do quite like the idea of having them in the background of videos, you know, like we used to do. The background lights with the blur. So we'll see how that goes, but these are quite cute. Let's just open them up and see what they look like. Oh, better still, they are plastic. Okay, I was a little bit concerned about breaking these. Not gonna break them, they are plastic. Okay, if they don't end up in the living room, these can safely be put in Milo's room because Ella already has some string lights. And these, I think, would be quite nice in a little boy's room. Lastly, I picked up 2 jumpers. Getting really into the high neck. This is not that. This is like, I bought this from TK Maxx last year, I think. It's like a really oversized chenille jumper. This is my, it's officially winter jumper. And it's like super, super cozy. But I'm getting quite into the high neck jumpers. I really, really like this blush color, but this kind of cable knit thing has still got a bit of a traditional twist to it. And the sleeves are not 100%, I don't think they're full length. I'm not sure, but I don't think that they are. I really, really like this color. I don't know if this color likes me though. I think maybe it's not my color, but anyway, I like it. There are a few different colors that you can get, and I thought this was quite sweet and not too short. I tell you what, all the new stuff is so nice. It's already massively picked over and I don't feel like it's been out that long. And this, I was so glad to be able to find. I did end up getting, what did I get it in? A medium. I probably would have gone for a small, but it's difficult to tell until you actually try it on. I feel like sometimes the sizing can be a little bit on the larger side, but those sleeves look quite small, don't they? And again, not full length sleeves, but a really baggy body and this beautiful kind of chevron design and a big roll neck, which I'm so into at the moment. Love this so much. I feel like you will see this a lot. Okay, camera fell down whilst I was trying to reach for this cushion that I forgot to mention. Totally worth it. It's probably super damaged, we'll see. £7, a couple of these I got because this is the time of year, again, when you have to just switch out everything in your living room for new stuff in new colours. And Lee will go absolutely ape when he comes home and he realises I've bought 3 new cushions and a blanket for the living room. It's just going to be like, seriously, more cushions. But that's it. That's it for today's video. I feel like as soon as the children come home, they're going to want hot chocolates in these. I can see hot chocolates in these. As soon as I was in the shop, I'm like, I know I'm probably going to have a gin and tonic in it, but also that with like the cream on top would look very, very festive. I know it's not Christmas yet, but it feels like Christmas. It's real cold outside. So that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back next week. I have a Lush haul. I will eventually film that Primark video that I promised that I would film. I will, but it's haul at the moment. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you guys then.